Hello, hello. Welcome to one more Restart Monday with me, Telma Fieldwright. I'm the Road Detox Coach, and I'm here on these lives to share strategies for you to lose weight naturally without body shaming. And today won't be different. Today's theme is about body image, distorted body image, self-distorted body image, even better, right? And yeah, so normally I do these lives earlier, around 12 o'clock. So this week I'm testing out a bit different times just to see if it's better for you. If yeah, most probably for most of you will be better because it's after work. Um, and I'm a few minutes late because I just came from my Pilates class this afternoon. And today we stayed a little bit in, chatting, eating cake. Was one more course that ended, the 6 week course that I do for Pilates for beginners. So I'm a little bit tired. It was a long day, but I really wanted to come and discuss with you this theme, this live. So I made it. Yay! So I have here my tea. So I can, my favorite tea, which you know is rooibos. If you don't know, that's my favorite tea. And yeah, so I'm settled and ready. So I'm live on Facebook as well and on YouTube. If you're not following me on YouTube or Facebook, you can do so. If that's easier for you to see it, to watch my content, you may do so. On Instagram, I bring some content that sometimes is a bit different from what I bring on YouTube, but normally the lives are sending here. You see on Instagram, you also see on YouTube and also on Facebook. So yeah, I really wanted to start this live singing, listening to a music, but we're not allowed to really play the music here because of copyrights. But let me see if I'm able to sing. I don't think I'll be able to sing. Let's see, I find the chorus and then you can. Let's see. Because this song is kind of something that inspired me to do the live. Let me see. Yeah, I found a line that I remember, the rhythm. So it goes like that. You can buy your hair if you won't grow. You can fix your nose if you say so. You can buy all the makeup that Mac can make. But if you can't look inside you, find out who am I to be in the position to make me feel so unpretty. I'll make you feel unpretty too. Okay, probably off the tone. But if you are millennial or generation Y, like me, if you were born between 80s to 1999 1995, you probably know this song. And this is by TLC, Unpretty. And that's why I also thought it would be cool to put the title of this live, Unpretty. And you know, it's funny because today I just woke up and felt like listening to TLC, and I started listening to this song, which I remember the song, but I never really stopped and listened well the lyrics, because the time this song came out, I couldn't speak English. Amazing to think about that, but yeah, I couldn't speak English, so this was, yeah, very much back then in 90, I think it was 1999, 1999. And Yeah, so I like the rhythm. I didn't know the lyrics. I remember later on, when I could speak English, and then I heard the song again, it started making more sense. But still, I was what, in my 19s and 20s. I wasn't really in the time of paying attention to lyrics. I was more paying attention to the beat, and I didn't really, the words didn't sink in. Uh, and today, I don't know if it's because like my self awareness about body image and how, yeah, how I see myself is much more like really aware, this part of me. Today, when I heard the song, I was like, yes, yes, this is the song. This is the song that describes so much of the things that I bring in here, right? Talking about body image, vulnerability, and shame, and, the losing weight thing. Because when you think of losing weight, if that this is something you want to achieve, or someone that wants to achieve losing weight, it goes so much with how we see ourselves. And then when I heard this song, and the title also, right, the title is like Unpretty, I was like, oh, let me look at the lyrics. Because sometimes when you just listen to it, you lose some of the content. So I went and I started reading, and I was like, this is so, I mean, it's an old song, but it's still so present. It's like really, we are still living in these conditions that the song was describing, right? So then I was looking at the video, and I looked at the lyrics, and I thought, you know what? Today's live for Restart Monday, I'm going to bring a theme that I can bring this song on and talk to you guys and make you go back to these lyrics if you remember this song, and really go read and see if you identify with it, because it's so touching. Like, if you go through this, if you are a girl, a woman, and you feel these expectations. So I'll just go to one verse here that I thought was very cool to look at. Um, so yeah, so this one here, this one is saying that my outsides look cool, my insides are blue, and yeah, my outsides look cool. So my outside looks cool. I look cool. I look awesome. But inside me, I'm blue. So I'm not happy. And I was thinking, when it comes to distorted body image, it's like something that you look and it seems to be one thing, but actually it is not. And then I was thinking, uh, my battery. Oh no, phone, don't die. Yeah, so we have this distortion, right? So the outside is not really reflecting how we really feel inside. And then I thought, so many times we women, we experience this. And why do we experience this? And then if you continue the lyrics and you also watch the video, you see that they show like these two girls facing different pressures, different problems. And then you see how they are trying um, to look cool, to look good, pretty on the outside. One girl, her boyfriend was pressuring her to get like a surgery, implant, and to like really change her outward appearance, get bigger breasts and all that. And the other girl, she was looking at how skinny she wanted to be, and she looking at herself. She feels she looks on the outside overweight, and now she wants to be skinny, like she see the girls in the magazine, and she cuts like a picture of herself, like her head, on the picture, and she puts on this other model's body. And then I was thinking about this verse, because here it's like, it's saying, oh, trying, yeah, he is saying, my outsides look cool, my insides are blue. And how many times do we face this when we look at ourselves? Perhaps we are putting on makeup, perhaps we put in these beautiful clothes, we have beautiful hair done, and which is totally fine. But then your inside is blue, your inside is sad. And maybe the people around you, they don't even know, because you look so good on the outside, you look so cool, that they believe you are cool on the inside. Now, the problem is when you start believing that you actually fine on the inside because you look fine on the outside. But truly, when you are honest with yourself, you find out that you are not well on the inside. Um, and that's what I'm calling distorted self body image, because the outside is not reflecting the inside. And yeah, before we go deeper, let me find other parts that I like here. Yeah, and then here is also saying, you can buy, this is the part of the chorus, you can buy your hair if it won't grow. And this is so common. Oh, I just had to have a drink, as if it's so common, this, especially where I come from in Africa, but also in America, in many parts of the world, with African women, that we've been fed the image many times of, having very long hair and straight hair even. And then we start buying hair, to change our appearance. And I'm not saying this is wrong to straighten your hair, but it's just, the question is, why do we do this? Do we do this because we want to do it, because we are well with ourselves and we just feel like doing something different and we're okay? Or we are doing this because somehow we are meant to believe that this is beauty, you know? So here she says, you can buy your hair if it won't grow. You can fix your nose if he says so. He says he. In this case, it could be a boyfriend, or even a family member, friends, could be anybody. The media saying that this is the shape of nose. It could be any other part of the body that needs to be fixed if you are to be pretty, right? And then it says you can buy all the makeup that MAC, that's a brand, can make. And then it says, but if you can't look inside you, find out who I am to be in the position to make you feel so damn unpretty. It's very interesting, because he's saying that it doesn't matter how you look on the outside. You can buy all this beauty to make you pretty. In fact, you are not that pretty if you are not pretty on the inside, or if you don't feel pretty on the inside, if you don't feel well with yourself. So that's why it's like saying, so look inside you. And it's very interesting, because these two verses I just read is talking about the difference, this distortion between the outside, the inside. And then it yeah, and then says here, I've tried different ways, so hair, makeup, fixing the nose, whatever, could be working out, and then says, at the end of the day, but it's all the same. At the end of the day, I have myself to blame. I'm just tripping. So, in other words, she blames herself for allowing such pressure to go to a point that she actually believes that she needs to be this pretty on the outside to be accepted, to be of value. And that's when I was thinking that we need to talk. Really, we need to look into how are we seeing ourselves. I put on the stories, like we would have this live, and I put this question: do you sometimes feel unpretty on the outside, or do you feel unpretty on the inside? Most people answer that you feel unpretty on the outside. So when we feel unpretty on the outside, what we see with our eyes, our physical appearance could be we are overweight. It could be that we don't like our hair, we don't like our skin, yeah, we don't like our nose, we don't like something about ourselves. This is an image that many times is a reflection of what beauty is said to be beauty. Like, what is beauty? Oh, beauty is when you have a tiny, tiny nose. And if you have a little bit bigger nose, then that's not beautiful anymore because it's not symmetric. Like I heard the other day, somebody said this. Yeah, which I don't agree. But anyway, so because of that, we've been feeding this information that beauty is this standard, and somehow these have affected us. And now we look at ourselves and we're not satisfied with the person we see. The problem of this is that even if we were to the point like this girl uh, in the clip, right, the video clip, they trying to be this person, they they're not happy, they are not satisfied. So that image of them being pretty when they fix their nose or they fix their breasts or when they are thin or when they are with long hair, or is still not matching what beauty is, because it's just not who they are. And that's what is very scary, because the distorted body image is that it seems to be beauty, but it's not. Because once you're not happy with who you are inside, it doesn't matter what you do on the outside. You're not gonna be happy, and you're gonna be slave of this so-called image that you suppose. Because today beauty might be one thing, and tomorrow media and society could put other standards of beauty, and you are always a slave because you're not really satisfied with who you are inside. But the tricky part is that sometimes you truly believe that for you to be satisfied with who you are inside, you need to fix the outside. And I want to give an example of makeup. I want to give the example of makeup because I used to work as a makeup artist many, many years ago. And I used to wear a lot of makeup because it was part of my job. And I felt like I felt like I needed to wear it to advertise my work. And I also enjoyed wearing makeup. But what happened was I started getting used to seeing myself with makeup, because being with makeup, I was perfect, right? My skin was flawless. I could hide any blemish I had on my skin, any pimple, any dark circles. I could hide any unmatched color. So I was perfect according to yeah, whatever standards I either put on myself or I was told also in the society. And also when you learn how to do makeup, right, you have to put this to hide this and that to make everything symmetric and beautiful and smooth. And for many years I could not see myself without makeup. I just could not. I would look at myself and feel that who is this person without makeup? I felt really unpretty. And that meant that I had to put makeup every day. I could not leave the house without makeup because it didn't feel comfortable. And if by any reason I'll be so like self-aware of it. I was keeping telling myself I don't have makeup and I don't have makeup. I can't take a picture. And it got to a point that I was really worried with myself. And it's like, really, Thelma, you got to this point, you can't see who you are? What about all those years before makeup? Who was I? I was not satisfied with myself. And then I realized that I really needed to do something to fix this. So I did. And I challenged myself to be without makeup for some time. I didn't put a time, but I decided to stop wearing makeup at all and see how long would I be able to be without makeup, because I wanted to heal. I wanted to be satisfied with who I was without makeup. And then, if eventually I wanted to wear makeup again, I would wear it, but without feeling that if one day I go without makeup, I'm not beautiful anymore. I'm not pretty anymore. So I did that. And you know what? This was funny because this was when I changed my lifestyle. And then I also became aware of what is in makeup, all the chemicals. I don't want to put this on my skin because anything you put on your skin, you're actually eating it, goes through the pores to your blood circulation. That's when I stopped wearing makeup. And then you won't believe, about 4 years went by without wearing makeup, and went by so quickly. But in the beginning, it was terrible. Was terrible. I couldn't see myself. It took me some time to get used to it, and also that time my skin was really not healthy, so it took a while to see myself without makeup. And yeah, but time went by, and eventually I got used to it and I was fine. I was totally fine. But I got body shamed. I got people that were shaming me because I was not wearing makeup, because they were used to see me with makeup. So suddenly they see me without makeup and they're like, "Oh, now you don't wear makeup and this and anyway." And all this shame didn't stop me, because at the time I knew why I did this. I didn't explain to them what was going inside my mind, right? Like uh, mental um, my mental issues when it came to being kind of addicted to see myself with makeup. But I knew why I was doing that, and I went through it. And like now, recently, last month, I bought myself some makeup, very healthy brand with natural products. And I thought, you know what? I think I'm ready to put some makeup on and see myself with makeup again. And last Sunday, not yesterday, the previous Sunday, I put makeup for the first time. And then I was like, "Ooh, who is this person?" I wanted to wash my face. Because I couldn't see myself with makeup anymore. I'm not used to it anymore. Anyway, this story is just to illustrate how um, our our body image, self body image, can be distorted by, could be makeup, by anything that we use to kind of embellish us, right? Make us pretty, beautiful on the outside, but on the inside we are not well. So at that time when I was wearing makeup, my self-esteem was so fragile that I needed something else to pull me up. And I'm not saying that this is wrong to use something on the outside to pull you up, you know. Sometimes it's needed. Sometimes you need something like this to, as a first step to, you know, to actually start on something. Hmm? But the issue is when that becomes your reality, right? When the reality is who you are, is not that person, right? Like if you look yourself in the mirror, you see your reflection, but your reflection is not you. You are you, right? With a mirror or without. So, and I thought this song, it describes so well um, how much pressure we as human beings, not just women, but for some reason, especially women, how much pressure do we feel to change our outward appearance and do not match with our inside. Now, if you been following me for some time here on I'm just trying to open. Why is it not working? If you've been following me sometime here, you know that I talk about like healthy living and losing weight. And you might be thinking, but okay, Thelma, you talk about losing weight. Losing weight is the outside, right? Yes. And it's not just the outside. That's why I'm so like touching the point of body shaming, because if you try to lose weight using shame, and that's something that works. That's why many that's why the weight loss industry is making a lot of money, because they body shame people and it works. People lose weight because they are shamed and embarrassed and make feel small and all those things. But it's so short lived. It doesn't last long, and it's so dangerous. It really makes you destroy your self confidence, your self love, your self esteem, and is not a way you want to do it. That's why I talk about losing weight without body shaming. Because when you lose weight because you chose to do so, because you believe that to be helping you to become the person you want to become, the person you want to identify, and not because you want to be thin or be like somebody in a magazine, but because you care about your health, you care about your quality of life. And that is very interesting. I had another live before where I talked about body positivity, um, and how sometimes body positivity can be confused, right? Let's, oh, now I'm body positive, so I accept anything, like accept myself the way I am. I'm overweight and I'm okay with that. I can be like that. I'm happy. That's a choice, of course. But the thing is, when you want to really show love to yourself, you want to look inside, like the song was saying, right? You want to look inside yourself first, look inside you, and really try to match up your inside with your outside. So to be pretty is, you I mean, you are pretty already the way you are. So you don't become more pretty just because you lose weight. Of course, if you want to go deep and say in healthy wise, being your ideal weight is the best because you have more energy, you avoid injuries, you have more stamina, you can do the things you enjoy, right? You can live longer, but not just longer, with quality of life. And yes, you can feel proud of your looks, no problem with that. The issue is when your worth is associated. So you being a good person, you being enough good person, is associated with how you look on the outside. That is where the problem is. And now I'm trying to open my iPad, which is not working because I want to read this other. Oh my days. Okay, I think I'll open here on the computer because I can't remember by heart the lyrics. I want to go to this other verse. Let me just find it here and continue. I found it now. All right. So here, yeah, the other verse I wanted to go is okay. He is saying, "Never insecure until I met you. Now I'm being stupid. I used to be so cute to me, just a little bit skinny. Why do I look to all these things to keep you happy? Maybe get rid maybe get rid of you and then I'll get back to me." So very interesting because here she's saying that she didn't feel these insecurities before she met this person. And this could be a person in the video and the music, talking about a person, but it could be also just the society, right? The society norms and the media that makes us believe that we should be certain way. And then this makes us have all these insecurities about ourselves, uh, about our bodies, right? And then she's saying, now I'm being stupid. So she calling herself stupid because she's believing this person or the media, because she used to be good to herself. She used to love herself, even though she thought she was a bit skinny. Um, but then she asks, why do I look to all these things to keep you happy? So why do I'm trying to change who I am on the outside just to make you happy, or um follow the society norms, when actually I could be who I am, which I was before. I was satisfied with who I am. It's very interesting again because is bringing this the pressure from the outside and how we react to the pressure. Because sometimes what happens is actually we start, it's like those norms, they become so ingrained in us, like imprinted in us, that we start becoming this, like inside us we have these two people. Like we have the person that is telling us that we're not good enough, um, because this person been feeding on this information. And then we actually lowering our confidence, and we have all these insecurities about how we look, which again is this distorted body image. It's not really corresponding to the truth many times, because when you look at it with like having reality checks, you see that actually no, actually it's not that bad, actually, and that is not to discard the fact that maybe changes need to be done if if we want to improve our health, if we want to be feeling stronger, like physically stronger and feel more active. But it's not saying who we are, because we are not just the outside, we are the whole thing. And the inside is so much stronger than the outside. So, and then just to conclude, here another thought. Um, I wanted to bring. Let me see, where is it? Yeah, we talked about this. Fix your head. Yeah, I think we actually cover the whole thing. Oh yeah, no, this one point here where she says, da, 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 see if I find. She says, "Yeah, I'll make you feel unpretty too." So it's almost like there's this chain reaction when we are made feel insecure, and we start seeing ourselves in a distorted light. We also start looking at other people this way, right? It's like suddenly we'll start noticing somebody gaining weight, somebody losing weight, somebody hair is a bit untied. It's like we become so much more conscious of those things because we are looking at those things in us so much more because of all these insecurities. So I really will dig in a little bit more into this music or lyrics because I think is sending us a very important message. Even if you know this from before, you might have not looked into it in these eyes that it could apply to you if you are facing self body distortion, if something about your body is bothering you on the outside and you feel shame. Yes, if you feel shame about how you look on the outside, or you feel shame about doing something about it because perhaps you've tried before and didn't work, or you're scared of what people say, oh, now you want to lose weight, or now you want to, take care of yourself, whatever reason could be. So, shame is something that we all feel, and it's not an easy topic to talk about, but it needs to be talked about. We need to really talk about these complicated things, difficult things, if we are going to change something. And when it comes to losing weight, I'm really hoping you get this message that I'm trying to bring here is that you can lose weight naturally without having to shame yourself for it, without having to suffer, without having to lose yourself in the process. Because your beauty, your worthiness is not because you are thin or because you are overweight or because you look a certain way, is given to you. Your worthiness is given to you the minute you are born. Even before you're born, you're already worthy inside your mommy tummy. You are worthy. The second you become a seed, you are worthy. So your worthiness is not depending on that. Your worthiness is not depending on your looks. Your body image, your self body image, it's just who you are. So how you are today. Look yourself in the mirror. This is who you are today. And whether you want to lose weight or not, if you want to get stronger or just be healthier, whatever you want to improve in your outside looks, it's okay. That has nothing to do with who you are inside. Um, so you can start working on who you are inside. You can start working on this person and be stronger and be more loving towards yourself. And that's the only way you're gonna actually reach also your goal of changing some part of yourself on the outside, because it's a mental game. It's a mental game to lose weight. It's hard. It's not impossible. It's hard. It's not easy. It's difficult because it's a mental game, but it's possible. Mm? But you need to do this with love, with compassion, with respect. So, Unpretty, this song, it's actually telling all of us that we are pretty. We are pretty how we are. Even if you feel that there is some change can be done, you are still pretty. So this is what I planned for today. I wanted to go into this song. It was a bit different live, right? But I thought, let us, yeah, let us reflect on something that most of us know. Most of the girls from millennial era, so we're born between 80 and 94, know this song. So yeah, I hope you go there and listen to the song now with other ears and enjoy and dance to it and sing to it and feel yourself really empowered and pretty, because you are pretty the way you are. And yeah, so I'll see you on Wednesday. So I think on Wednesday I might be here earlier because I'm busy in this time, like 8 o'clock, but I'll be a bit earlier, and then we can bring a book review, going to a team in a book like we do now on Wednesdays. Okay. Thank you so much. And I'm really hoping to hear from you. If you have any thought about the live today, write below in the comments. And I will love to see, or yeah, read what you think. Okay. So see you on Wednesday. Bye.